Hey, it's John again, playing Immaculate Grid and going for grid number 461 on this Saturday afternoon. 461, no one with that many home runs or doubles, but 461 was attained as an on-base percentage by, let's see, it was Jimmy Fox, 1935, Wade Boggs in 1987, and Barry Bonds in 1996. That was Barry Bonds' 40-40 season. 87 was Boggs's 24 home run season, kind of out of the blue. He never had another season above 15 after that. In fact, I think his next highest is like 11. Wrote about it a little bit in my book if you want to check that out. Also, 461 was Heavy Johnson, who hit 406 in back-to-back years, batting average 406 in back-to-back years. A couple years later, he had a 461 on base percentage with Harrisburg. Anyway, I'm going to get into it. Let's play 461. Let's see if we can use one of these guys. I'm going to share screen. And let's see, that would have been yesterday's timed grid probably. Let's hit refresh, hit go, and away we go. All right. Let's see, Sabathia certainly has over 200 wins. Ditto Gaylord Perry. Let's see, 200 wins and a Cy Young. Maddox has a few Cy Youngs. Jeter. Thanks for dealing with my cough there. Let's see. Silver Slugger. Manny Ramirez has to work. And then Silver Slugger and winning a Cy Young. Okay, let's come back to that one. 6-WAR season, we'll just go Mantle. Let's get Roberto Alomar. I'm sure we'll work there. Randy Johnson should work here. Tom Glavine was the name I came up with. All right, I was right at a minute. Greinke higher than Glavine. Well, that's going to be a tricky one. Let's see. We had how many are there actually? 7. So let's see if I can do. Glavine was up at 24. Greinke had 35. So that means there's 5 guys remaining from that group, and they're all around 40%. Or sorry, they add up to 40%, not all around 40%. Interesting. Who are let's see, Clemens was higher there. Sabathia was higher for Cleveland. I guess that makes sense. A lot more options here with the Yankees. You have Aaron Judge, makes sense. All right. Well, let's do a stop and a reset. Stop share, reshare. I don't really have to reset it when I do. I just like to be clean because I'm still seeing it, even if you can't. All right, hit and refresh on this guy. And let's see what we got. I mean, it's the same thing. We knew what we were gonna get. Let's see. I know a good Silver Slugger here is gonna be Andre Thornton. Takes 1%. And Mike Stanley is a pretty low get for Silver Slugger for the Yankees, I think. Takes 0.5. Let's see. I know 200 career wins that Jack Quinn works for that one. I don't think I have anybody on the ready for Cleveland for 200 wins. Who's a super low percentage. You've got Sabathia, Bob Feller. We did Gaylord Perry. I'm not sure on Herb's score. Early win will definitely work. Trying to remember, is there someone Cy Young will work? I'll keep contemplating that one for a little bit here. Six War season. Show me Joe Sewell. Takes 0.1. I was yes, I know he had a season where he hit 355 and like six strikeouts for the whole year. And so I kind of figured as a shortstop that's going to get the job done even in a high offensive era. Um and now for six WAR for the Yankees. Who's gonna who's someone who might surprise us with a high WAR? Nettles, I think, would be good for that. Um Gidry will certainly work. Catfish Hunter will work. Um, Gotta believe Chesbro's gonna do pretty well with that 40-win season. Not sure, maybe Spud Chandler or a Lefty Gomez. Let's get old Chesbro in there. It's a great name. 0.5. And then who's gonna surprise us? Like most Cy Young Award winners, I assume, yeah, the majority are gonna get to six WAR. I know Don Newcomb in his MVP Cy Young season 1956. He was the first Cy Young Award winner. However, I don't believe he had an ERA under 3 that season. Now I don't know. I still think he probably had a WAR over 6 just based on, pitching a lot of innings. Um, but I'm not saying with any kind of confidence that he gets there. Dean Chance is someone I've used before. Let's see how he does. 1964. All right, goes sub 1. And let's see here. Trying to come up with someone 200 wins and a Cy Young Award. Let's see how many people know that Don Drysdale hits both. Let's imply that I spell his name correctly. Grabs 2%. I think it's decent. And then anyone else for the various Cleveland names of the franchise with over 200 wins. I'm trying to think, but Cy Young does pitch ever so briefly with what is now the Cleveland. There were probably the Naps at that point in time. He played a long time for the Cleveland Spiders. I think he very briefly plays with Cleveland in the early 1900s. After Boston, I want to say, is his arc there. And again, I don't remember Herb's score. I know Early Win is going to work. So Early Win, Cy Young. Between them, I'm not sure who's more popular. Um, Phil Niekro will work. Steve Carlton will work. I don't know if they'll be more popular than an Early Win. But Early Win like pitched for Cleveland for a long time. He won his Cy Young with Chicago, and I believe gets his 300th win there. But Niekro is on that 87 team, as is Steve Carlton. Oral Hershiser, I believe, gets to 200 wins, and he pitched in Cleveland for a while. Dennis Martinez pitched in Cleveland for a little bit. Let's go with that one, actually. Let's try out Dennis Martinez. All right, that was a long way to go to get 3%. But I stayed away. I listed off a bunch of Hall of Famers who ever so briefly kind of blipped into Cleveland. Niekro and Carlton were both on that infamous 87 Indians Uprising team that I talked about. in my book, one of the chapters. And you read the article, and it really is just like projection, like not projection. I wrote about this. Not projection can have a couple meanings. The '87 Indians, the favorable projection of them to win the East by Sports Illustrated or by a balance of writers over at Sports Illustrated, that was them saying, all right, they went from 60 wins to 84 wins, and these young guys can only get better. And I'm sure Phil Niekro at age 48's, he's ageless because he's a knuckleballer. And hey, and they get Steve Carlton a little bit later, and Greg Swindell throws hard. Oh, this team's full of possibilities. And yeah, well, the more likely of those possibilities was 101 losses, and that's what they end up getting, even with some good performances that season. Anyway, I wrote all about it in my book. Check it out. Silver Slugger, Cy Young. I've been deliberately putting this one off. Smoltz. So we've got 7 choices. Greinke and Smoltz are both on there. I kind of think Arrieta might be on there. I'm not sure on Kershaw. Seems like Kershaw's a pretty good hitter. Um, Carpenter maybe? I'm not saying any of these guys with a ton of confidence. Mike Hampton didn't win a Cy Young. Arguably could have won it in '99. That was Randy Johnson's first of 4 in a row. But I mean, he was a Silver Slugger, I think 5 or 6 years in a row. Let's see. You're not gonna get from a Micah Owings. He was never a Cy Young Award winner. Giovanni Gallardo never won a Cy Young. I'm just listing guys who've never won Cy Youngs. Maybe I should list Cy Youngs and try to make a judgment on if they were decent hitters. Um, Hershiser. I think Hershiser had a Silver Slugger in there. Steve Carlton wins Gold Gloves, or at least 1 Gold Glove. Bob Forsch is a Silver Slugger in there. Tim Leary wins a Silver Slugger. Don Robinson wins a couple Silver Sluggers in the '80s. Glavine wins a couple or 3 or something like that. I think Glavine wins the years that he is a Cy Young winner. Smoltz wins 1. Maddox didn't. Um, I'm I'm fairly confident on Hershiser. I'm gonna go Hershiser. All right. Hershiser works. He took 5%, but that's pretty good. Only 7 options with 5 guys splitting 40. So there might have been a better option in there, but I'm still pretty happy with that. Only 38% of people were able to get that one. So I'm pretty happy with that. Who else was there? Let's see what this even brings up. I don't know if you can do a stat hit. Well, I can't really do a stat head on it. Sorry, Baseball Reference. That didn't work so well. But I mean, we can always just go to Silver Sluggers and check them out. But hey, I guess we can go here. But you'd have to go to the National League. All right, this is taking me too long. You've got Gold Gloves, American and National League. Why is it not right there on the huh? All right. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's not right here. Like you can go gold. Maybe if you go Gold Glove and then you pop back to Silver Slugger. That's not even here. That's weird. Seems like a little glitch, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. All right. Thank you so much for playing, and you all have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.